Hello and welcome to Arirang News. It's Wednesday, October 5th here in Korea. Live from Seoul, I'm Han. Korea is now under the direct impact of Typhoon Chaba, which made its way towards the nation's southern provinces early this morning. Chaba, the strongest storm Korea has seen in almost a decade, is causing some major damage down south, and we've already seen 2 deaths. Let's connect with our Hwang Ho-jun for more breaking details. So, Ho-jun, Typhoon Chaba just passed through Busan.
That's right, Talon. Typhoon Chaba made landfall in Busan at around 11 this morning and has wreaked havoc on the southern coast. There have been a number of accidents, including a crane at a construction site that collapsed due to the wind. 2 people have been killed, including an elderly woman who fell off the roof of her house, and 1 is missing right now in Busan. The storm has also disrupted transportation. 110 flights have been canceled, with 47 of the cancellations at Kimhae Airport near Busan. KTX express trains on the Gyeongbu line were shut down a couple of hours ago due to a power outage. Not far away in the city of Ulsan, a flash flood warning has been issued near the Taewagang River, where flooding has temporarily halted production at the Ulsan Hyundai Motor factory. And this just in, Ulsan's Hwea Dam is quite literally dumping water, forcing people to leave the area living in the near downstream and evacuate. And as of 1 p.m., Typhoon Chaba is 70 kilometers northeast of Busan and moving northwest toward the East Sea at a speed of about 43 kilometers an hour. Its maximum wind speed is around 115 kilometers an hour. According to the Jeju Regional Meteorological Administration, Chaba is actually packing the strongest winds since Typhoon Memi in 2003 and the 3rd strongest ever. A typhoon warning is still in effect across the southern coast, including Busan and Ulsan. Typhoon advisory is also in place for most of the Gyeongsang-do provinces.
Well, Ho-jun, it's unusual for Korea to experience such a strong typhoon in October, and in fact, this is the first one we've had in 3 years. How long will it take for the storm to completely pass the peninsula?
Well, Talon, the typhoon is weakening in strength as it travels toward the East Sea, but it is also moving forward at a faster pace. The typhoon's trajectory has it reaching Korea's Dokdo Islets in the East Sea late this afternoon and then crossing to Japan by Thursday morning, at which point it's likely to be downgraded to a tropical depression. However, as the heavy rains could trigger more flash floods and landslides, both Korea and Japan are closely monitoring Chaba's progress. Back to you, Talon.
Thank you, Ho-jun, for tracking those developments. More than 7 million Koreans live overseas, and representatives of local overseas Korean communities come to Seoul every year for World Korean Day, which is today. The day is designed to boost pride in Korea and a sense of unity among Koreans across the globe. President Park Geun-hye showed her appreciation for their efforts around the world and asked for greater support and cooperation so Korea can achieve greater economic growth as the global economy has become more closely interconnected. President Park also vowed continued efforts to establish peace on the Korean peninsula through the denuclearization of North Korea, saying unification will provide overseas Koreans with new opportunities for prosperity. Another possible high-level defection by 2 North Korean officials. A South Korean daily, the Joongang ilbo, citing a source acquainted with North Korea, reported this morning that 2 officials stationed in China defected with their families late last month. The source said one of the officials was from the health ministry and was in charge of administering a private medical facility for North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and his family, and a hospital for senior officials. The official had been working as the head of North Korea's representative office in Beijing, but has been out of the public eye since September 28th. He's reportedly seeking to go to Japan with his wife and daughter. Another official from the same office in Beijing reportedly went into hiding around the same period and also hopes to go to Japan. Seoul's Unification Ministry, however, said it cannot confirm the report. A rare North Korean opinion poll has shed new light on public attitudes within the isolated country. The Washington-based Center for Strategic and International Studies says its beyond parallel opinion poll of North Koreans currently living in the North shows a clear sense of discontent among citizens. The survey's key findings show that people know they do not live in a socialist paradise, and they no longer rely on the regime's public distribution system for sustenance. It also found that North Koreans are most unhappy with the government when it undercuts their entrepreneurial activities. The survey, taken across 9 provinces, was conducted on 36 men and women in all walks of life, spanning in age from 28 to 80. The survey is the first of a 5-part series to be published by the CSIS. Korea's consumer prices rose 1.2% in September from a year ago, logging the fastest pace of growth in 7 months. Statistics Korea says it's also the first time in 5 months that prices have risen by more than 1%. The new figures could cool fears over possible deflation. Prices of agricultural and livestock products shot up over 10%, driving up overall prices. The agency attributes that to the record-breaking heat wave that limited farming production. Core inflation, which excludes volatile oil and food prices, rose 1.8% on year. And that does it for now. I'll be back with more headlines at 4 p.m. Korea time. See you then.